Traveling is the worst thing ever, okay? Okay, not all travel is, but airplanes, absolute nightmare. Yes, I know that they're statistically the safest form of transit, and no, knowing that does not ease my anxiety at all. Doesn't matter if we're talking about going through turbulence, or landing, or taking off, I'm praying the entire time. And this one time, things were somehow even worse. So I had a flight to catch. I made sure to wake up early like everybody else. I grabbed my Switch, but I waited until the last minute to pack my suitcase. And don't talk to me about that. It's just something that I always do. Okay, I'm just anxious. You're probably thinking, Rumi, that's not relatable. And to that I say, I don't think that anybody should relate to me. I'm crazy. I checked my text as I finished packing, and one of my friends said, don't forget to use the bathroom before you leave. This was an ominous start to my vacation, but I didn't really have to go at the time, and I could always be on the flight, okay? So I just slipped my phone into my pocket and I ran to catch my Uber. As I doom scrolled Twitter during my ride, my tummy did actually start to hurt a little bit, and oh no, I guess I did actually have to go. But that's fine. I just quickly check in and quickly run to the bathroom. No big deal. There are tons of bathrooms in airports. I arrived at the airport and thankfully there was no line at the bathroom. So I picked a stall, I sat down, and I waited and waited and waited. I started stressing hard about the line forming outside of the stall, and I pulled out my phone and began frantically texting my friend. She told me to relax, and she was an expert when it came to using public bathrooms. I just needed to squat, and I'd be fine. And I was like, no! If I squat, everyone's gonna think that the bathroom is empty, and they're gonna try and come in. That was completely out of the question. And I was wasting everyone's time just sitting here. So I just got up and I left the bathroom, and it was only going to be getting worse from there. Now I really needed to go, but the line which I was 100% responsible for making was so big at that point. I could see it from my gaze. Okay, there's like no delicate way to put this, but being nervous already makes me like really gassy, and nobody suspected it was me, so I just blamed it on the unattractive guy who was sitting right next to me. Sorry, by the way. I'm like so sorry. I looked it up and it turns out that a lot of cute girls use not so cute guys as scapegoats for their farts. I'm sorry to contribute to another statistic, but you really took one for the team for a really good cause, okay? Before I had the chance to apologize, my boarding group was called and I'd never been so happy to wait in line in my entire life, okay? Like, I had thrown my stuff into my seat, I ran to the toilet, I shut myself in, and I sat and began to wait again. And then wait some more. And wait some more. Okay, at this rate, I'd still be in the bathroom as we took off. And there was a knock at the door, and I yelled back, "It's busy, okay? It's busy!" It was the flight attendant, and she confirmed my fears by saying that we were gonna be flying in 5 minutes. There's 5 minutes till takeoff. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I could feel the color draining from my skin, and what if we couldn't take off because I was stuck sitting here, unable to go? I tried to relax, and I even squatted like my friend told me to, but still nothing. I could hear the Death Note music growing louder and louder, and the flight attendants were laughing at me. I'm fighting for my life in here, and you're laughing! I wouldn't make it out of this one, like, alive, I guess. I started writing my will on my phone. The flight attendant knocked again, telling me that they were about to take off, and I was like, okay, just let me... And I reached for the toilet paper, and the whole roll fell off and scattered everywhere! I started screaming! The flight attendant was like, "Ma'am, is everything okay in there?" I tried to scoop it back up and put it back on, and then the effing door came off, and I started screaming even louder. She said, "Okay, we're taking off, like, now, Kim." And I tried to use the sink, and the water just sprayed all over my face. It got all over my shirt, and I come out, and my face is red, and there's snot on my shirt, and tears in my eyes. I starred in some victim girls doujin, and the flight attendants are gathered around me like I'm a demon that they just called into their summoning circle. And the worst part was that I was gonna be stuck like that for the next 3 hours. Hey guys, sorry if you don't like bathroom jokes. This isn't actually my normal kind of humor, I promise. But this was such a catastrophe that I really just had to share with somebody. Turns out that I really didn't even have to go. It was just my fear of flying manifesting in the worst possible way. Who would have thought, right? Does anyone else have any funny bathroom stories or plane stories? I really need something to make me laugh after that last one. Whoop whoop! Be at peace.